and the edge of each flap is held at the top edge of the rigid folded center section. Secure the middle black tab, and then in turn each of the other two black tabs. Pick up the packaged vest and fold the head flaps flat against each side of the center section. Hold the carrying case up and, after opening the Velcro closure at the top, fold the top inch down so the Velcro will not snag the vest when it is inserted. While another EMT holds the open bag upright, hold the vest by its folded head flaps and insert it into the bag's main compartment. Unfold the top of the bag and secure the Velcro closure across its opening. Next, lay the bag down on its side and open the front zippered compartment. Place the 3 head pads along its back wall and, without folding them, place the 2 loose head straps along the length of the pads. Lastly, close the zipper of the front compartment and place the packaged OSS in its prescribed compartment on the ambulance. Once you have done this after several calls, you will find the steps are logical and simple, and repacking the OSS will take only 3 or 4 minutes at most. Seeing the Oregon spine splint applied in the sequence and real time it would take to apply it on an actual call, without the delay to explain each specific detail, will serve as a good review of the generic steps that should be followed. After determining that the scene is safe and, from the mechanism of injury and damage to the vehicle, that a spine injury should be suspected, the lead EMT identifies himself and initiates manual immobilization of the head, while another EMT positioned behind the patient moves the head into neutral inline alignment and maintains manual immobilization. The lead EMT goes on to do a rapid global survey. Once he has determined that no immediate needs or urgency exists, he directs another EMT to retrieve and prepare the OSS. A cervical collar is measured and installed. If no condition that would require rapid removal is found, while manually supporting and maintaining immobilization of the torso and head, the patient is moved forward on the seat to provide the space needed to insert the device behind him. The prepared OSS is inserted properly behind the patient, and each of the long black groin straps is released and placed ready on the seat, and the tabs securing the sides into a pouch are opened so all of the other torso straps are released and available. The EMTs are now ready to immobilize the OSS to the torso. After properly positioning the OSS so it is centered on the patient's back and the top edge of the device is level with the top of the patient's head, the orange strap is brought over the left shoulder and up through the right armpit and connected. The buckle is then properly positioned and the strap pulled extremely tight. This is then repeated to place the green strap over the right shoulder, across the upper thorax, and through the left armpit. Once the X has been formed, securing the OSS to the upper torso, the upper gray mid-torso strap is connected and adjusted so it is snug, but not too tight. Then the lower gray mid-torso strap is connected and adjusted in the same way. Next, a groin strap is inserted under the leg and seesawed into a straight line from the back of the vest to the groin. Then it is carefully brought up alongside the genitalia and secured to the buckle on the same side, forming a loop across the margin of the pelvis and pulled very tight. Then the same procedure is repeated to form a tight groin loop on the other side. Before securing the head, each completed torso strap is checked and any adjustments made. Once the OSS has been immobilized to the torso and any necessary adjustments have been made, the EMTs are ready to secure the head to the device. First, they measure and carefully insert the correct amount of padding to fill any void between the back of the head and the device. Then, without interrupting the manual immobilization of the head flaps are brought around and held securely against the flat sides of the head. While the head is held securely within the head flaps, the upper head strap is carefully positioned on the forehead with its lower edge just over the supraorbital ridge and secured to each head flap so it is extremely tight across the forehead. Next, the lower head strap is properly positioned across the anterior portion of the rigid collar, and the ends are secured to the Velcro on the lower side of each head flap so it lies snugly against the cervical collar. Check that the head straps are properly positioned and that the forehead strap is tight enough and the strap across the collar is snug but not too tight. After making sure that nothing will interfere with the patient's respiration and the mouth can be opened, recheck the patient's ABCs and the motor function, sensory perception, and distal circulation in each extremity. The patient's head, neck, and torso are now effectively immobilized in the OSS, and he can be safely moved into a supine position on the longboard. We hope you will try the OSS and see for yourself why it is the next generation in extrication vests.